Hello and welcome to Simply South. I'm Harish Upadhyaya. This is the show that gets you the flavor of South India, and our top story this week is from Kerala. Well, the controversy around the gold theft at the Sabarimala temple refuses to die down. The SIT has now made multiple arrests, and the High Court has asked the SIT to go after everyone involved in the case, irrespective of their hierarchy and ranking. In the meanwhile, the BJP is saying that such scams have taken place in other temples as well, and now they are seeking the intervention of the union government in a probe that will be under the supervision of the union government to look at scams that the BJP claims has taken place at multiple temples in the state. So what's the reality? How much will the SIT find out in this probe? We'll debate that, but first the story.
The Sabarimala Ayyappa temple is one of India's wealthiest pilgrimage sites. With hundreds of kilograms in gold and silver and annual revenue during the recent pilgrimage season peaking at 440 crores. But the temple is now mired in a scandal of theft and corruption. Kerala High Court has asked the SIT to investigate criminal conspiracy in the alleged theft of gold from the temple during the plating process. The probe will also reveal if Devaswom officials from the highest rank downwards had any role to play. The present board is also under the scanner for its possible connivance with the two accused now behind bars and the recent court order.
Minister is also responsible for. He was very close to this Unnikrishnan Potti. He was first arrested. And now in the second verdict, court has made it very clear that second time, the present Devaswom board tried to conceal everything. So our demand, the opposition's demand, that the present Devaswom Minister has to be resigned and expel the present Devaswom board. They are all involved in this criminal conspiracy with Unnikrishnan Potti and other bureaucrats.
Both the Congress and the BJP are gunning for the state government. BJP has sought an investigation by a central agency to look into the transactions of the Devaswom boards and temples under them in the last 3 decades.
Written to the Honourable Home Minister that we have no faith in the Kerala police investigating this at all because the Chief Minister is signalling to the Kerala police that this is a slip-up. And if the Home Minister starts saying it is a slip-up publicly, then what are the odds that the police that report into him will do anything and will go beyond characterizing it as a slip-up? So we need an independent investigation.
The court-appointed SIT has so far arrested 2 people. The main accused, Unnikrishnan Potti, and Murari Babu, a former administrative officer of the temple. In the coming days, more Devaswom board officials will be questioned. As the political pressure mounts, the left government maintains that all those guilty will be punished.
കോടതിയെടുത്ത തീരുമാനങ്ങളോടെല്ലാം യോജിപ്പാണ്, സ്വാഗതം ചെയ്യുന്നു. കൂടുതൽ അന്വേഷണം നടക്കട്ടെ, കാര്യങ്ങൾ സമഗ്രമായി അന്വേഷിച്ച് വെളിയിൽ വരട്ടെ, അതാണ് നമ്മളെല്ലാം ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത്. ഇപ്പോൾ ഇന്നലെ അറസ്റ്റ് നടന്നു, ഇന്ന് കോടതിയിൽ പ്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്തു. കൂടുതൽ ചോദ്യം ചെയ്യൽ ആവശ്യമാണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ കസ്റ്റഡിയിൽ പോലീസ് വാങ്ങി. അപ്പോൾ അന്വേഷണം സമഗ്രമായി നടന്ന് വെളിയിൽ വരുന്നോളം വരെ നമുക്ക് കാത്തു നിൽക്കാം. അതിനിടയ്ക്ക് കയറി എന്തെങ്കിലും പറയുന്നത് ശരിയല്ല.
Sabarimala has been a political flashpoint in the past. With the assembly elections early next year, Sabarimala gold theft will be raised politically. All eyes are now on the SIT to see how the investigation progresses. With video journalist Ablash MS in Thiruvananthapuram, Neetu Raghukumar.
Well, to take this debate forward, we have an eminent panel joining us on the show today. We have Mr. Jake C. Thomas from the CPIM. We also have Advocate Sri Padmanabham from the BJP. We have Mr. Rahul Ishwar, activist, and we have Mr. Raju P. Nair of the Congress joining us on the show. Rahul Ishwar, I'll come to you first. We've seen what the SIT has done over the last week or so. Are you happy with the progress made by the SIT in the case, considering that the Kerala High Court is also very closely following how the SIT is probing it?
Trust in God and then High Court to bring the facts out, and Kerala High Court has been doing a great job. Kerala High Court has gone to the extent of using words like haste and plunder of gold without any quotes. You know, the last familiar word is money heist, and Honorable High Court has categorically said in the opening comments that heist and plunder of gold of Ayyappa has happened, and yes, more action needs to be taken, more people should be arrested. In simple terms for a national audience, what happened is gold cladded figures were taken out and replaced with gold plated stuff. That means kilogram kind of gold were snatched away and minor grams of gold were doing gold plated, and many kilos have been lost. and a probe needs to be there. People need to have accountability. The inquiry should go to Devaswom Board, because Devaswom Board also has done falsification, fabrication of documents by indicating that they are not gold plates but only copper plates. So, like you in your channel, it is given in courts. There is no need to give in courts. Honorable High Court of Kerala has on record stated that gold has been looted. Now, we need to fix accountability, and Honorable High Court has rightly pointed the fingers at the Honorable Devaswom Board at that point of time, who we all thought people will be safeguarding the stuff. So strong action needs to be taken, and Devaswom Board themselves have looted the gold of Swami Ayyappa and from the temple. So it needs to be strongly probed. Not even the Chambal dacoits do that. Even they don't take gold from their own temples.
Yes.
But Devaswom Board has done that, and they should be punished. They should be sent to jail.
Absolutely. Mr. Nair, considering that the High Court has been scathing in its comments, as Mr. Raulishwar pointed out, a lot of onus now on the state government to ensure that the trust that people have lost needs to be regained now.
Yeah, actually there has been a huge conspiracy behind this, whatever has happened, because the High Court has very clearly, it's not an allegation anymore, because it is High Court's finding that a huge amount of theft has happened in Sabarimala, and all this have been happened by the consent of the political leadership of the CPM. See, 3 Devaswom presidents and 2 ministers in this over this 7 years have been part of this dacoit. The High Court yesterday has very clearly said that the 2025 issue, where this Unnikrishnan Poti was called back to send this Dwarapalaka Shilpam again back for the work, was to cover the 2019 issue. So from 2019, 3 Devaswom board presidents have been in charge, and 2 Devaswom ministers were the charge. So unless the CPM gives them the political go ahead, this cannot happen. Everything happens in the political appointment. CPM only dominates the decisions. So it is a CPM's honest now, and we don't trust fully the government, this investigation that is going on. Only the High Court, we have only hope in High Court, because High Court is directly monitoring it. But still, the police and the local the state government is trying to hush up the case to exonerate the political leadership. That is why the High Court had to directly say that you have to put the Devaswom board also in the FIR. So a FIR with the Devaswom board name also has been registered, and the current Devaswom board and the Devaswom minister is also being indicted by the High Court, and they don't have any moral authority to stay back in the power. And one thing I will point out in the introduction,
sir, since you're mentioning, since you're talking about the local officers,
is nowhere in fighting in this case. The BJP has been completely absconding, and there is a huge criticism in the state BJP that they are going soft on this issue. So BJP is supporting Pinarayi Vijayan.
Let me bring in Sri Padmanabham on this.
Protecting Pinarayi Vijayan in every case.
I will like to... Advocate Sri Padmanabham, this is a controversy that the BJP has been soft on this issue, late on this issue, while the High Court is monitoring the probe. You are now seeking the intervention of the union government and a probe by the union government.
Okay, I will like to ask Mr. Raju P. Nair, how many cases the then KPCC president during 2018-2019 is facing during that Sabarimala agitation? Our state president is accused in more than 300 cases. All our state leaders are accused in more than 300 cases related to Sabarimala agitation. These congressmen were nowhere in the seat. They were in a
agitation of 2018.
Please.
If it is about the Sabarimala theft that has happened, then it is altogether different.
Let him make his point.
Please, be polite, be tolerant. This is your problem. That is why you are losing everywhere in India. Please keep quiet. Okay, now they were in some pandals in Patrantitta city. Okay, leave them. I will come to the issue. You were saying in your introduction that BJP has been alleging that this is happening all over Kerala. It is correct. I come from Balusheri. 160 grams of gold has been stolen from the most famous temple of Balusheri, Sri Paradevada temple. Aranmula temple has lost gold. It has been stolen. The Shasta temple, where the flag post was gold coated, it got blackened within 2 weeks.
Sir, I'll quickly go to Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas, the scathing remarks made by the Kerala High Court, definitely the state government has to respond, because many are saying, as Rahul Ishwar and others are pointing out, this couldn't have been done without some senior leadership being involved. Now we have seen one official being arrested, but very difficult to believe that a scam of this nature could have been carried out with just one official being involved in this.
Yeah, I am in the initial phase. I am not going to do the detail of the comments made by the Honorable High Court. But before my comments, there was some board minister, the concerned ministers who are in charge of the Kerala state government. We all had welcomed the drop of the special investigation team and their findings. So let the proceedings go on. But before that, unfortunately, our fellow panelists, Sri Rahul Ishwar, and the other fellow panelists from the Congress and BJP, they all are raising a blatant allegation that without the political help of the leadership, or without the political leadership, this can't be happen in any temple. That's what they are trying to register in front of the public of Kerala. But what is happening in Kerala? If you go into detail, or if you go into the findings of each and every temple or the related religious institutions in Kerala, you please analyze with the works of the Tiruvidampur Devaswom Board or Malabar Devaswom Board, Cochin Devaswom Board. As the panelist has raised the blatant political allegation, what is the reality of the temples or any other religious institutions in Kerala? Apart and alike from this famous religious institution, most of the religious institutions, including some majority of the temples, are struggling for the day-to-day life, for giving the salary to their employees, for the day-to-day routine. It is none other than this Devaswom boards, with the help of enormous crores of rupees, help with the aid of the government. These religious institutions are having a smooth run in Kerala. But I would have to dissent with our fellow panelists, no matter whether the panelists from Congress or BJP. Both are trying to register the same allegation. What has been happened during the regime of the UDF time in Kerala? I think the Congress panelist has been misled with the experience of the UDF regime happened in Kerala. I would like to make remember upon Congress panelists that this is not the regime who had helped that theft happened in the Guruvayur temple. This is not the regime, where the UDF government who had helped the Kumar brothers to loot crores and crores of money in the name of the same Sabarimala temple.
Mr.
This
Thomas,
is another
then
regime
let me ask you. Then let me ask you a question that many perhaps have on their mind. It's a matter of faith, and many believe that that has been in a way somewhere played with. The government reassure the devotees now that the Devaswom board will ensure that what they have contributed and the matter of faith will not be in any way compromised, and the administration will ensure that these temples are administered and there is no misappropriation.
Yeah, I would like to quote two recent examples, which has happened very near future in Kerala itself. One was happened some decades back. It was happened in the very famous temple of Kerala, this Guruvayur temple. At that time, the government of our fellow panelist, Sri Raju P. Nair, Congress government was in power in Kerala. During the Congress regime, a golden bangle has been lost from the Guruvayur temple. The police and the inquiry agencies was not able to find the culprit. But when the left front government came into power, they had found the culprit and they made him to be jailed in Kerala. And after that, during the last regime of UDF, the Devaswom board minister, one Mr. Shivakumar, and his brother, most of the Keralites know him. We call them as Kumar brothers. Crores of rupees has been looted in the name of Sabarimala under the leadership of the UDF, last tenure of the UDF. And now the case has been brought into the court and the vigilance has been given report against the looted purposes of these Kumar brothers. Like that, this case also, no one will be going to be spared. Whoever, whether it is a small or whether it is a giant guy, whoever has made a culpable role in the looting of this gold in Sabarimala, they will be put behind the bars. And this is the faith and this is the word given by the left front government to the people of Kerala.
I'll come back to you in a short bit. Raulishwar, this argument that this has happened during UDF's time as well. Now we have seen, for example, we had Mr. Padmanabhan speaking about a Talaseri temple. There also he's saying similar things have happened. We've seen reports about the Guruvayur temple. This seems to have opened up a Pandora's box altogether.
Very true. See, two things. With great respect to Comrade Jake, this may have happened in past in many temples, but two wrongs don't make a right. It's again happening, and kilogram kind of gold have been snatched away. Yes, there has been corruption in the past. There is no denying the fact. And it was G. Sudhakaran that cleaned up the temples earlier. We all totally agree because we don't see any politics in it. At the same point of time, again, gold has been snatched right in front of the Sanctum Sanctorum, right in the front of the temple of Swami Ayyappa, front of Srikovil, the Sanctum Sanctorum, the Dwarapalagas are there. And High Court has come down heavily because these have been looted from the site. And Travancore Devaswom Board has nearly 1,250 temples. Sabarimala funds and supports nearly 1,000 temples. And please remember, with due humility to Jake, please remember all the funds that Kerala government releases to temples were because these temples were taken over by government, and that's the money that they are giving back. It's no charity. And please remember, Kerala gets around 8,000 crore to 10,000 crore revenue in Kerala's economy only because of Sabarimala. Because millions and millions of devotees are coming. That's the reason why ordinary devotees beyond BJP and Congress are offended. I totally agree with the sentiments expressed by Sri Raju P. Nair, Sri Padmanabhan ji, because this is the sentiments of the devotees, and we are at a loss to know what to do. We trust Devaswom, we trust them to take care of deities' belongings, and they themselves have looted it. Please remember, all these people who are arrested are people there, and right now with great sadness, it's the duplicate Dwarapalaga idols that are being installed there, because the original thing and the gold worth 1.5 kilograms of gold has already been snatched and destroyed. These are all well documented in the Kerala High Court verdict.
Absolutely.
So please remember, it's a very painful situation. Devaswom Board themselves looting the gold of Swami Ayyappa, the very temple board, is a very serious issue. I hope that will be taking on and more serious inquiry, whether it is CBI inquiry, court mandated inquiry, any kind of inquiry. Those culprits should be thrown in jail. They should be arrested. That's the demand of ordinary devotees.
Absolutely. Mr. Nair, I mean, as it goes, they call it Kerala as God's own country, but if what the opposition is saying and others are saying that several other temples have also seen such misappropriation, do you believe the state government is doing enough to reassure the devotees that the administration at various temples like these will not play with their emotion, with their faith?
Okay, just one retort to Mr. Sri Padmanabhan. He has been quoting 2018 cases against the BJP. So my allegation that BJP has been soft on Pinarayi Vijayan is proved that because they don't have anything to be quoting in the current situation after this data loot has come out. Now the second thing is what you said. If the believers has to be reassured, the first thing what the political leadership do is this Devaswom Board and the Devaswom Minister should resign, because the High Court has directly indicted them in this case. Now, the third thing is, it was not Unnikrishnan Poti who went to the Sabarimala temple in the night and robed that plates. It was through a government or Devaswom Board order. After the Devaswom Board met, they entrusted Unnikrishnan Poti, who was a low-level helper in that temple, to manage the thousands of crores, because it's not the cost of the gold in that. It has huge value, because the believers believe that they have so much emotional value is also there. So it was entrusted to a person, and in that same order, the High Court has pointed out there has been a huge conspiracy that the gold plated was mentioned as copper plates.
In fact, many of it has been established in what the High Court has observed. Mr. Sri Padmanabhan, the question many are asking is, why is the BJP now seeking a probe from central agencies? Aren't you confident that the SIT which is probing this Sabarimala case can also probe other cases under the which will closely be monitored by the Kerala High Court?
The culprits who are involved in this issue are not just from Kerala. There are people from Karnataka, people from Tamil Nadu who are all involved in this. So, since it is a interstate crime, it will be better if the CBI conducts an investigation. So, that is one of the reasons which we say that there should be a central agency investigation. Second thing is that Now, you know, in 2019, this thing happened, that the loot of the gold happened. And you know, in 2025, again, these plates were entrusted with Mr. Poti to get it again quoted. So it's a issue which should have been registered. A crime should have been registered in 2019. Now, after 6 years, a crime has been registered. Why? Only because the High Court, somebody approached the High Court, one devotee approached the High Court. So the Kerala police, the Kerala government, the Kerala Devaswom board, all are hand in glove. That is the reason why we are saying an investigation by the Kerala police will not find expected results.
I'll give the final word to Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas, two allegations here. One, they are saying that this is now an interstate nexus that's worked and just a SIT can't probe it. Perhaps the central agency is better equipped. Second, the allegation that this couldn't have been done by just few low-rung officials and Mr. Unikrishnan. There are others within the government who could be involved. How will the Kerala government now ensure that anyone who's involved at the government level also gets punished?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to make some clarification, because by quoting the previous examples of Guruvayur temple or the loot happened during the regime of the Congress with the under the ministerialship of Kumar brothers, I was not trying for a mere generalization. Apart and alike from the loot and the theft happened during the ministerialship of UDF, in the case of left front, anyone won't be allowed to spare. Whoever had a culpable role, they will be jailed. They should be put in behind the bars. That's what I was trying to deliver. Then other one, the Congress panelist, he is trying to say about the Unikrishnan Poti and all. I was very glad to hear that. As an anchor, if you go and analyze with the timeline of this case, you please do analyze with the press conference made by the leader of opposition, the Congress leader of Kerala. Actually, Unikrishnan Poti has guided whom? The leader of opposition had made the initial press meet after hearing the words of Unikrishnan Poti, who is in jail.
Well, Mr. Thomas, unfortunately, I'm out of time on this debate, but we've seen a lot of back and forth between both the fronts, political fronts in Kerala over this issue. Hopefully, the Kerala High Court can ensure that the SIT will take this to a logical conclusion. Thank you, Mr. Thomas, Mr. Nair, Mr. Sri Padmanabhan and Mr. Rahul Ishwar for joining us on the show today. Well, even as we end the show, it's time to take a look at all the other major stories that hit the headlines from across South India. Thank you for watching.
ASHA workers have been protesting outside the State Secretariat for almost 8 months, demanding an increase in their honorarium and pension benefits. This week, they took out a protest march towards Cliff House, the official residence of Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan. President of India was on a 4-day visit to Kerala. During her visit, she offered her prayers at the Sabarimala temple. Amidst the controversies with BJP leaders when they met her, they have also apprised her of the situation at Sabarimala. Kerala police arrested a Madurai native for allegedly sexually assaulting an IT professional inside her hostel room in Karakutam, Thiruvananthapuram. Police have identified the accused and his vehicle through the CCTV cameras.
In a chilling case of gang rape and dacoity near Madanayakanahalli on the outskirts of Bengaluru, police have arrested 4 individuals, with the main accused identified as Mithun and the other 3 identified as Karthik, Suyoga and Glenn. All 4 are currently being intensively interrogated by the police, while the 5th accused is on the run and police are hunting him down. Now, according to Bengaluru Rural Police, 5 men barged into a house late at night, sexually assaulted a woman and stole valuables such as cash and mobile phone from the house. They tied up the other family members as they were committing the crime. Now, investigations have also revealed that 2 of the accused had prior cases of robbery and dacoity registered against them. In the murder of Bengaluru doctor Kritika Reddy, explosive revelations have now emerged. The accused, Dr. Mahendra Reddy, who was arrested by the police on October 16th, has finally confessed that he killed his wife. Investigators say that Mahendra Reddy carefully planned the murder using Kritika's existing health issues to make her death appear natural. He allegedly administered twice the safe limit dose of anesthesia to her. Police say that his motive was clear. He wanted Kritika dead, her death to appear natural and for him to claim her property without facing any blame.
In an unfortunate incident, a private bus travelling from Hyderabad to Bangalore caught fire in Kurnool in Andhra Pradesh, where we see that near about 20 people are feared death, and some of them have been receiving treatment at the hospital after they received minor injuries. Incident took place after a bus rammed into a two-wheeler, and the following which we see that the two-wheeler was stuck under the bus and travelled to a certain distance, following which there was a massive fire that broke out. A Gaurakshak Sonu alias Prashant was shot by accused Ibrahim with a gun near his lungs, and this happened after there was a heated argument between Prashant, Ibrahim and other two people who happened to be the friend of Prashant, and this incident had happened after Prashant tried to expose the illegal transportation of cattle and cow which was being done by Ibrahim and other of his associates. Now the police officials have arrested Ibrahim and other two people, and a case has been booked.
The AIADMK once again reaching out to TVK and its chief Vijay, saying that TVK and AIADMK alliance is the need of the hour. This time, AIADMK senior leader RB Uday Kumar once again said that TVK should form an alliance with the AIADMK and the NDA, and also cited Pawan Kalyan's rise in politics, saying that Pawan Kalyan took the right decision and now he's the Deputy Chief Minister, once again hinting out at the fact that Vijay can become the Deputy Chief Minister if TVK, AIADMK contest together in the 2026 State Assembly polls. Good news for sanitation workers in Chennai who fall under the Greater Chennai Corporation limits, as the government has announced free meals for these sanitation workers who are on duty. Breakfast, lunch and dinner to be provided to sanitation workers at work sites, and this at a cost of over 59 crore rupees for the next 1 year. In fact, many sanitation workers have welcomed this move because they feel that this will help them sustain during work hours. Chennai metropolis had witnessed a brief spell of rainfall earlier this week, and there were at least many people who had complained of waterlogging, garbage issues that lasted for about 24 to 48 hours. Many of them said that even before the real monsoons begin, people are facing difficulty, whether it's about commuting to their workplace or stepping out of their homes, because even short spell of rainfall leads to waterlogged areas. But we'll have to wait and see how the city now embraces when the real monsoons begin.